Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo. Omo case ni essential but now say anything about the Japan dey him say ene there as makopa pass mama me hu. Canada Japan wa down for.
Alaska Ghana politics no sa na ebe no sometimes the beba na beba but with this Kennedy Anas issue ye nyina ni ba be start free and so we tie nsema na start here Kennedy Japan can no evidence na some of us were hoping that by now the so-called evidence now was Anas a criminal wa kuni pan wa ye we no
right
kasa evidence na babontin and up to now ye hu bi Alaska issue no again political prominence when a court e Ghana has say with the famous defamation case a course so
that's right
and sa asem na course no we Anas court no bo Anas for and some that utie judge na otena case na nim no really not buy no some emotional comment be or church shame I think that the Supreme Court judge ankasa condemn that particular way say nsem na o kan ye no ye nsem a ye fa ne saying ni sa judge e kasa asem na the courtroom
as if so ni Anas was
exactly I don't know okwatena bia ba bi na wo nom o we na fa wani so asa sansem hunu no ho na ye ka no ye ntena court dem and use the court as an avenue to settle personal and emotional score you have with somebody. Because the wedding and a conference or crafty, in the judgment, you cannot just say he'll be a terrorist based on what you understand. But he said all this thing in a ruling, so clearly, give you a certain notion. He said he has some personal vendor to be scores to be against Anas because don't forget that the same Anas, in the past, exposure. Exposure no echi judge for mpanimfo mu okroma ebinumu jimponchen ebinumu na ma eda so within the judicial fraternity in Ghana no Alaska there is this fracture Anas akoso to the reputation of the entire judicial way so there are this your friend is saying nema esha amanfo mu and that is one of those things are demonstrated here in the ruling because however Anas be fair in that judicial proceedings. They say, "Odi for krana." You don't use that unprintable words as a judge in your ruling to describe a journalist. As a journalist, answer na Akufo-Addo aban beba power. Aban na Kennedy Japan kan ho a campaign no mo yema Ghana for no. They use the same Anas principle to approach Ghanaians.
Very well.
In their bid to fight corruption. Say yaba. We will employ the Anas principle. Anas principle no be any said the city here Alaska. Anas principle on ma would them maybe say na ebansa na we are there no. Na why na man bi. Ni operation obi anim how of us operate. And Akufo-Addo knew, the MPP government knew. But eba ya ODBD or mono. Then
and the principle no chain no.
The principle no chief president chain as for and na Yakobo Kennedy Japan pa ono na kan
that's right.
Say he was hired by government. Say ono na no den onko kansem and otuguma. So Alaska issue no could be a US. And then so babontin a announcements were dibem. So within the media space there is this
announce a default on that issue in Ghana.
Now what could dibem
a US.
Yes.
So what is it to you this judiciary way no US and Ghana?
Alaska we in problems with our judiciary in Ghana. Never ho. But with this particular way, let me explain few things about Ghana for better.
Okay.
Alaska, the same case of the same equivalence. Ebetimi esi. Ye bedi wo Ghana ha, ubedi for. Ye ko did the same case ewo US ubedi bem. It's possible.
Really?
Oh yes, it's possible because we are talking about two different jurisdictions. Two different jurisdictions. E ho asem na ye ka. Obia amra so far as your friend say defamation is concerned no totally different. There are similarities because my culture says so most of the international agreements na ya sign no sa abrofo no ba ha de omunyuma ba ha ya they don't want to say asem no ba e be court because even though you know practice democracy but within oman no mu no na differences e wo mranum kakra bi so if you are not careful na say wo ka say you use oman no adjudicatory process na yen settle whenever there is this way misunderstanding and am say when you well versed with the local laws no ebia na nko yi ama so abrofo no the investment but most of them prefer international laws.
Okay.
And they are standard practice ye anything na Ghana for you sign contract near abrogate ya obete you say call arbitration
but if you say standard laws it might be applicable to all nations or
yes they are standard way established to either and no you need changes bia unlike this defamation way because Ghana has say no say you can say your friend say o charge obi for your friend say defamation there are certain conditions that must be satisfied.
Okay.
And those conditions they are slightly the same but a bit different. And if you go US state by state obia na mra because go US the law on defamation is based on state laws and a bit of constitutional principles.
Okay.
So it is the US First Amendment and regulate this issue of contempt and as a form. But by Ghana has said na say contempt. There are certain the burden of proof lie on whoever are or allege and say the prosecutor to prove that indeed this basic element akoso one Alaska nipa no yes ya ye we na asem na okan ye no hwan na te ye se me no kwose dem na me gu anim ase a won't see me for contempt.
Okay.
Because answer na obetimi see obi for contempt and there must be a third person,
a third party
our publisher for the person to know say nsem na okan ye no what. And again, nipa na ye kan asem na kire no he should be a reasonable person of society. Na dwi mu da ho asem na oka no because uko gina bodamfo school na me ko di whatever bodamfo mu a Alaska uko see me nko ba bia
nipa no cross o ti aso ye bodamfo
because they are not right thinking people of society abetimi die omo gina ho aka asem. So you see, and uko US Alaska defamation case you are nipa or a public person and you're a private person. So obi a very popular like the US president and conditions are you need to satisfy and sana what me away your friend is saying defamation is different from a private person.
Okay.
For instance US president not something about obi akabi. So unless say comments now be making is motivated by malice or being reckless and yes sir. Sometimes you are protected in your defense and you're afraid to be fair comment and as a personal opinion on public issues.
So when you can't win that case against.
No. Okay. You can't win. And your friend say asem na wo kan Ghana say you need to know asem na wo kan enya no kre. Your force can say wabo team na wo kan. And your friend is saying asem na wo kan so egu nipa nanim as ni reputation. And I say answer na obi reputation ube lower in the eyes of people those people must be right thinking men of society.
Okay.
And I'm catch say okwa abodamfo school na me no ko gino na ye ko e wa abodamfo na me gu wani mase even though nipa o ho ba the question is they are not right thinking men of society. Is that no fan come bia what accept na say. So I think that these minor differences I'm not saying that is what happened in last case but matisa amanfo can say because we are winning I'm saying that it's possible. It's possible. So the same case, ubetime di no ha. Ebe kwa ma we the same case. Ubetama call another jurisdiction.
I'm only serious because but this is that somebody just sent a message from UK say I've a reference in it to say me anybody winning wa no ne wakasa ba bodamfo but US no obi adwumu da ho.
That is it.
Already
I said it, but that is not what I'm saying.
Yes, that is not what I'm saying. So I'm saying all this just to in average jurisdiction.
So that you understand.
So people to and this thing is not applicable to this case. So I'm just making a general comment. Before I come to announce the way, I'm making a general statement that because in average jurisdiction, conditions that must be satisfied to establish case of defamation, in every state, even in the US, every state, Bia de dan.
Okay.
Because condition that must be satisfied in maybe California is conditions different from
Alaska
or any other state.
Good.
There are slightly different. Ghana and follow common law. So most of our information will establish.
Let's dive into that the issue.
So announce the way case na cause no. Yes, your friends say baby of no France ascendom Bill Gates. Say also is can't say no a cab fee.
That's right.
And court wa buagu ni so. And Alaska say wutie said and some Lucy course so. Na kwan ya rule ni fa so ba bonten. Na wo hwe kwan ya judge o kro wan fa so handle the same issue. The ruling na or the buy no na ensema the wedding na kwan ya fa so ensema o kan ya. And na generate whole lot of controversy.
Good.
Because the judge printed and now say no so criminal there. So people were hoping to see the extent of criminality that was projected in the ruling here in Ghana. No, at least a certain degree must reflect in American situation. But Alaska, two opposite things. That is why I'm for say, there is a problem. So what's the argument?
Appointed judges.
Yeah, appointed judges. Maybe baby. Yes, because it's been seen in the history of this country that said Judge Becca said, "Obiya, your friends also then something terrorist."
Oh yeah, or you shoot that.
Yes, investigative. Also investigative terrorists. There's an unprintable words. So in terms of criminal ladder, no. What project announce to WMO or your criminal so be mad. So the same case in all time they call US, even though the basic laws are a bit different in terms of establishing case of defamation and so forth. I'm saying say announce it Abrosan 20 to Ghana and you expect at least in Kobelo back to Abrosan bear 3. But Alaska where you to form the Edna which means there is no way why establish. So that will give people concern. Then people will zoom in to the nature of the judiciary.
Exactly.
And yet here you know problems in that. How our politics IT so deep. Don't forget to say now Anas was going against political establishment. Corruption was so deeply entrenched in everything that they did. And it's over here, there was consensus among government officials and people.
But don't forget, sir, in 2016, Anas exposing Ebwa MPP Mamudi Baba.
Oh, Nanas and I say I don't know more found.
When Nakuba will use that bas principle, Anas principle.
That's right. Say anything I'm starting conversation, I'm starting free or no. And you know, Alaska, Obaya didn't see or movie, you know. And na chrono no senya de say na NDO. Na akwasa wo hwe seasonal movie episode 1 episode 2 sometime episode 1 kwa wo hwe wie no 2 aba. So obviously Anas will not be your friend.
No.
Anas will not be your friend.
No.
So they devise a strategy say okay, if that is the case yen say no. Let us whitewash Anas
touch on his credibility.
Yes. So the hatchet man they employed for that agenda ay Kennedy Japan. Because on the timid matter on so and he said it.
I still don't people.
On Bill Gates on the bit me and on no kai or see about the pa and I high and say on ye and no kwaje to no say my ye. Until some no dey so kan guma nie. So another day Anas na a revered name when it comes to your fight against corruption, you know. They destroy him. And the reputation Anas was demonized, they insulted, you know, just say oh, in some ways, you company power. And this is how I say, when you get to investigative journalism, in recent time, Anas is nothing to talk about within this your first jurisdiction because Kennedy upon Pana ya born no. What me ya ye I'm making sure say with the help of some few people within the media, no so no, the Anas concept has been trashed. And I yet there. So you come back to ask yourself, Alaska. A buying our jet one who sell Baba Boy. Am I fight corruption? So we will be away for an hour. I just saw about Chronoa. I could forward a bind the epibitina because yeah, Bano, you so Anas principle because Anas principle no, your friends a time tested principle. A bit me, I'm going to fight corruption, but Anas principle no, but she a buying no. Anas is the enemy now. I name their course so to the stand to say a brand here on any year, Juma, I met Swally. Alaska,
Tiawe mami for the sake of your listeners.
Come here to know. Not the way. The man might be something because of MPP. Senior party for no AC AUC. No match you London and Brazil. And then I got them. Only call them because the shop I do am not Tommy Predino. Not the way MPP for person treated in one. In Cobium, it is a nice case by and paying for a video. And who said, I tell a woman a big woman must almost see any papa minute and I do not come and I'm in a short call radio station to go and defend the party. A real Siano, he a Kumanima parliament in Yabafra, in Cobium, the touch them of play. In Cobium, or what MPP party headquarters, every minister beyond Samina Empire, or the Trump of parliament. So, Baba, the man might be something Cobium because of MPP. Senior party for no AUC.
Right, and the reference Ivan making, and yes, Oboni team, and this is the voice. Ivan, I hope I've given you.
And this is the character people were pushing, say he should be president.
And His Excellency Kennedy Agyapong.
Yes, oh, Martin, 2028, Alaska.
So, was this voice you were referring to?
Yes, he was hired by the party to employ every possible means to ensure that you destroy this guy, his reputation. And as I say, or any part of any Obian Casana, angel. Methods in the process or cannot be crowding and as forth, but to certain extent he was giving people results and process America some of the major operations they use some of these, yes, operations to unravel it. I can't just say corruption new market baby corruption over Toby and something that is done in the dark, so you need to go dark to unravel it, and that is what he's doing. It's very dangerous, you understand? And Alaska, that is whole thing. So Canadian Japan and a kwaji contract. A contract or kwajino and I'm not so I'm a nipper. I say a cotton picture man no. Yeah, channel.
That's right.
Nano they were your channel.
Or did somewhere pure apparently some
do can be because Alaska for somebody our MP to sit on radio like I said Abrantia na wouldn't so investigative journalists. They don't show their faces, and it's not only in Ghana to put his picture no Alaska. You see Okoko te fra dey be motive ben na owo nipa no not try to conceal his identity because of what he does no wo project anya ba bia mfa ni picture anto wo de beto social media say omo che na omo no say uhu no anywhere near his premises
na kabia ba obetua
premises no Abrantia no to Medina Abrantia na ameswalo no to Medina. Wow. Medina nso na o radio station wo so the possibility of the boy crossing close high. Good. So to say if he comes close to your premises, Nina will feed into the motive. You see, I am on focus. I was say on the one fear no fine, but you should know where the radio station is. And what Medina station so any place be able pass around Biano, are you close? And where the boy was killed, go and ask them whether it was close to the place and the radio no one. I said not. So you cannot wash your hand and say we need hand womb. Physically, ebi anya wona wo ye and na wa mo bi pa but wa no asem
all transfers
ne nsem akwatena TV so ko show ne picture kan ho bi all this wa ebi akro obi ami Abrante no dada because nyuma no mo ye no betie nipa bebre na so omo pe no ba ye bia no mo nim no dia wo ye no you gave them onu nie nti nsa ana meka no kasa bebre nti no ameso ale ebi akra onim ho hwe it's possible. But no asem na asem na ya emotions ya nwini nti no you have provided incentive for obi or pebo na edi
and empower di no
and what did the bone and Alaska issue na kwa back and forth police file kwa was kwa na uko police we ya say no kwa nya de ketwa but until na anu Abrante no watu kwan yo ya say adebi na sie na oba Ghana ento obesi ya no mo che no
so but let me ask you why is it that ye IGP way na de chia na ye che the software was it in the case na IGP former one was sitting on the case?
No, according to my sources there yes a boy no they no oba Ghana so maybe it could be coincidental. Yes, because no sansem no see ya na o to free Medina so koko for so and o Ghana outside. So I think that day no was the day he was coming to Ghana. And I'm for picking intelligence or airport and I'm farm.
Wow.
So and then parade and bet me about Beshia, but it could also be it could be also there is information then in the movie brain to be an idea.
So
but the fact is that Canada Japan in this particular issue.
I see up in Brigade.
Sikano dia mo dia to no so there's no billionaire there on the hair. I say o iti cash in the menya so say anything na be kwati so that aspect there yam ko Alaska.
I see omo akọ US be bia na Japan there wo no na omo aka some the way ato so. Enti omo yes ye ma me down ka but
na say over there yes anet here. Enti I don't know. But I think that he has the right to appeal into enyan nuru say that time no bedru e dia that so can e dia ball you have right to appeal e bia we call appeal to overturn it maybe scan so but whatever and I think that he's within that particular way by mere bedru na wanya ho hwe na say duru say ya enforce the judgment will be enforced basa and opantes could have beton kwame nkroma pense ye binum bi kokuba akono papa de nti ya say ompe ye we ma say ya san line ye ton mo ne ma hina nem pa nyina ye ton ye ton man from pa nyina ye de kotua and I think that these are some of the things we need to employ say we independent de besu nyansa
right.
So Alaska with Canada Japan issue no I think say a giveaway how the government failed us. And the promise against grand corruption, you know, the government became the grand architect. So in that enclave, you know, Anas cannot survive. It's exactly why the entire state machinery went after him. They wanted to destroy him. But you see, this victory, they said Anas, I'm happy because it's not just about the money. You see, the reputational damage, you know, and the thing I very much concerned because according to the lawyers in the crowd, settlement, say. They shouldn't even talk about money.
Okay.
He wanted a court to clear his name. How so much and dear so far as his reputation is concerned. So this man in India is just an advantage, keke. But a proves indeed. And some now Kufuado are binding as a force who go abranti and Sunina. So that people will continue to do the comparison. And I'm saying that it's possible the same case you will win here and lose there. But the gravity in some judge now 7 so keka quite of us so project announce no. Now the gentleman the same case wabaye victorious in this case, you know. That should give you some kind of way to assume say the judicial there is a problem. And Alaska is one of the recommendations we'll be making say we cannot just sit here and say change of government aba so the judiciary should just go. No, Alaska there are problems. I will fee Supreme Court. Some of the appointment that Kufuor did, people are still sitting there. A man for a parliamentary candidate that was failing in his constituency, president at time no Supreme Court judge, and there are several of them. Right. Are we saying that we are going to allow these people to sit? I think that the president settled down. He need to take his time and find a way of it to rebuild the confidence because that thing is no. Trust me. That thing is no. People don't have confidence. And Alaska, injustice dispensation everywhere. Trust and confidence. Man for repose. That is the most crucial thing.
Madam say.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.